out of school here, I started as a teacher's assistant, worked for about a year as a TA here, helping other students learn what I just got done learning. And in the process, as a teacher's assistant, I learned way more, I think, than I did as a student here. Because when a student comes to you with a question and you don't know the answer, I don't know is not an option. You can't tell a student that, If you don't know the answer, you go and find out. And chances are, if the student needs to know the answer to this question, then someday you're going to need to know the answer as well. So it benefits you all around to be inquisitive and learn from each other. You learn just as much from the students here as you do. After about a year of TAing here, I found that they were opening up a marketing department and they needed a videographer, so I applied for that, and luck was on my side that day. Ended up finding a job here permanently, full-time, and I've been making videos ever since. I got my first piece of non-linear editing software in 2003. I started off using Sony Vegas, and Sony Vegas was cool because it was really easy to learn. I was able to teach myself how to edit using that, and all of a sudden I can just add my music in, and get it just right off the bat. First thing I ever did with that software is re-edit In the Woods. I took all my raw footage, ran it in there, recut a few shots. One of the problems we had with In the Woods was we shot it in black and white using the camera's black and white setting, and if you take too long to get your shot, the camera shuts off after 5 minutes. You turn it back on and it's back to color. You gotta go in there and re-switch it to black and white. And there was 2 shots we did in this barn where the colors were just so desaturated in there anyway that we didn't even notice we were shooting in color for just 2 shots. And using this software, I was able to take those 2 shots, convert them black and white the way they were supposed to be in the first place, redo all my music digitally, get it all exactly the way I wanted it at the right volumes, and make this video the way I wanted it to be in the first place. There's a band out of Chicago called Circle of Fate that I ended up getting hooked up with through a couple other friends that I had done projects with, and they needed a music video. They had some money to spend, and this was actually the first paying music video I'd done. I'd done a couple others in the past, but nothing professionally like this. And originally they came to me and they said, we just want a band shoot. We want to set up somewhere, play our song, and just shoot it. I said, no, you don't. You don't want to do that at all. So that's a horrible idea. You got to come up with a storyline. You got to do something to set yourself apart. So I was able to actually do a lot of the creative control kind of stuff with that. I did the story writing, came up with the look, the style, and put that whole thing together for them so that it would represent their band. And it was a lot of fun. I got a whole bunch of people together on that project, including a few students from school here. It was some of their first shoots as well. The project with Circle of Fate was cool because I was given a budget. I had so much to work with, and I had a goal in mind to accomplish. And the production was really cool. You take how much you got to work with, you figure out how much of that you want to keep for yourself for all the work you're doing, and how much does that leave for the production, And that's actually backwards for how you should do it. You should worry about how much is the production going to cost and how much do you want to get paid. And then you add those two together and tell them that's how much it's going to cost. But in the case of music videos, there's a lot of bands around here that have great music and they need videos to showcase it. They don't have a lot of money to spend though, so if you want the job, sometimes you got to sacrifice your pay, and it's worth it in a lot of other ways. You might not be getting paid, but you're getting your name out there, and if you do a really great job on it, there'll be other bands come along that need help, they need video done, and they know that you'll give them something worth paying for.
Jesse is a friend. Yeah, I know he's been a good friend of mine. But lately something's changed, it ain't hard to define. Jesse's got himself a girl and